So it's been a few weeks since I have shared on here, and I wanted to tell you guys about why. However, I am going to save that for the end of the video. I realize that some people are here because they want to see how I've decorated for Christmas this year in the new house. And so instead of kind of like getting in the way of that, I'm going to share my decorating ideas first. And then for those of you that are interested in what has been going on in our lives and why I have been unable to be creating videos for you, I will share that at the end of the video. Today, I'm going to share with you a few of the ways that I added some European country Christmas decor to our living room. I do not believe that the artwork that we leave on display has to be seasonal. So at Christmas, I will leave up some of my artwork that is not seasonal. However, I do have some Christmas artwork that I do replace and sprinkle in different locations. For the artwork that I leave up that is not seasonal, a way that I kind of make it feel Christmassy is to simply add like a greenery swag with a ribbon or just a ribbon. Honestly, ribbons are one of my favorite ways to decorate for Christmas every year. I use ribbon as Christmas ornaments. I'll take ribbon, put it on the picture frame, or I use it in my garland. I use it wrapped around a candle. I'll also put it on my wall sconces. I think ribbon can pretty much go anywhere. I may overdo ribbon in some people's opinion, but I don't overdo ribbon in my opinion. To me, ribbon is just a very simple way to enhance the way that your room feels for Christmas. It's like a subtle statement. Another way I like to add some of that European country feel to my Christmas is by using bells. These hanging bells are bells that I made 2 years ago for Christmas. I found a wind chime at TJ Maxx and took all of these bells off of the wind chime and then created these hanging bells. And then I also have some bells that I left off of this to put in other locations or to use as Christmas ornaments. Another way to use bells in your Christmas decor, if you have some larger ones, is to simply put them on the coffee table or a side table on a stack of books as like an item of interest that speaks to the Christmas season. Now this is something that I just picked up at Goodwill. I guess now it's been maybe like 2 months ago. I intended on sharing a video of that thrift haul, but just never got to it. But it is an Advent candle holder. I love an Advent candle holder. I love the idea of an Advent candle holder. And every time I've tried to create one with just my individual candle holders, it doesn't end up working the way that I want it to be. So when I saw this at Goodwill, I was so excited to bring it home to get to use it for Christmas this year. I know that I am not using the right color candles. These are candles that I already had, and I didn't want to go buy things for Christmas. I try to really limit the amount of Christmas decor that I buy each year. But I think it's still pretty, and I think it still speaks to Advent. This is one of my favorite Christmas decorations every year. I try to put it in a new place or add something, do something different with it every year. But this year I have taken our cute little vintage Christmas village and I put it in front of our faux fireplace mantle. And then I took those velvet trees. I made these velvet trees 3 or 4 years ago. I took those and added those into the village. I liked the mixing of these velvet trees with my simple rustic village, and I really like it in front of the fireplace, and I cannot wait to show it to you guys in another video. I plan on doing a silent night Christmas video in the next couple weeks. I'll share it of just our house all decorated for Christmas with the twinkly lights on in the evening. And this Christmas village will be all lit up, and I can't wait to share it. This is something that I've already kind of touched on, but I love vintage wall sconces. They are beautiful and they really speak to that cottagey European style that I really like. And I think a really cool way to decorate a wall sconce for Christmas is to add greenery or a ribbon. Another item that you can look for when you are wanting to decorate your home for Christmas is French horns. I found this French horn at Goodwill a few years ago. Honestly, I don't remember how much it cost, but I would not expect myself to spend more than $2 or $3 on this. So my guess is that it was somewhere around that price range. And then I also have some French horns in my Christmas tree ornament box that I will be putting up on one of our Christmas trees. I've talked about this in videos where I'm talking about transitioning from summer to fall decor, and I think that this also rings true for Christmas time. I like to stick with darker vases, more cozy vases. So I have this black vase that I have on the coffee table, but then I also have some of my vintage crocks that are darker that I like to use for the Christmas time. Do I still use my white crocks? I absolutely do. I love crocks, so I will use all the crocks, but I do pull out my darker crocks during fall and use them through fall and into the Christmas season. The last thing that I added this year for a more rustic country Christmas is an oil lamp. So part of the reason that I did this is because last year in the winter, when we first moved to this house, something we started doing, which we are going to continue to do this year in the winter, is after dinner, we turn down all of the lights and we try to do everything by candlelight. It kind of settles us in and calms everybody down. And then after we're all settled for the night and ready for bed, we light the oil lamp, which is sitting in the living room, and either myself or my husband will read a book to the girls. We just try to slow down and have intentional family read aloud time before bed. And when we do it by candlelight, it kind of makes the whole thing a fun experience, and the girls just absolutely love it. We snuggle up on the couch and all that the light is the candles, and it's just super fun. The last thing to add to our living room is the Christmas tree. And while I did plan on videoing this as our family decorated the tree, it just became clear that decorating the Christmas tree was going to be something that was more personal this year and something that I wasn't going to be able to share on the video. So the big reason why I have been unable to continue to produce videos for you guys is because life has been really hard. I had to have knee surgery, which was super minor, but it didn't go as planned. And then good news, we added some more animals to the farm, and that has been awesome. but it's also added a lot of time because we've had to do a lot more chores, and just there's a lot more to these animals. And then the last thing that happened is my husband's mom passed away. So I am not going to belabor this. That is where I've been. That is what I've been doing and why I haven't been here. But I want to share a little bit of encouragement for anyone who maybe is going through something similar, or maybe it didn't just happen, but maybe this is your first Christmas without somebody, just like it's our first Christmas without somebody. One of our friends who lost his mom shared the experience of singing praise and worship to God with his mom as she left Earth and went to heaven, and just talked about how it was such a powerful experience for them. And so when we were presented with that same scenario, very unexpectedly, we had no idea it was coming. In a way, it was very, God never promised that life would not be hard on this side of heaven. That's a promise that we have on the other side. But He did promise to be our Prince of Peace. And so in a time when it felt like absolute chaos around us, that day and then the days and weeks that followed, the only thing that we could do was praise and worship Him. In the car, driving 45 minutes up to figure out funeral arrangements every day for a week. When we were at home doing dishes, and then it hits you, you don't get to tell Grandma you have a new dishwasher. Or you're making a recipe that she gave you. It was the only thing that made sense to do. And it brought me and my husband so much peace. It's a peace that doesn't make sense. You're like, why would you worship a God who didn't save her? But He did save her. And that's the second point of encouragement that I have. The kids are so amazing in all of this. Childlike faith is like mind-blowing. I wish I understood it. But every time they see me or my husband crying, they're like, guys, it's okay. We're gonna go see her again. She's in heaven with Jesus, and that's where we're going. It's like, right now, it kind of feels like, death, where is your sting? And you're like, ooh, but it stings. But the thing is like the kids remind us, it only stings for us. It didn't sting for Grandma. When Grandma died here on earth, she was with Jesus face to face. And I think, like when Paul says, to live is Christ, but to die is gain. But it's like, to live and to keep doing our job and to witness to people and to love people and to serve people as if they're Jesus is good. And it's so, so important that we keep bringing more and more people to Him, right? But then at the end, you're like, man, I've done all this work, and now I get to just go be with Him, and I get to just worship Him, and how glorious and how amazing that is. So anyway, those are my points of encouragement, I guess, is that I can't imagine going through this without Jesus and without my kids to remind me that he conquered the grave. And whether my experience feels like death, where is your sting? The fact is, death, where is your sting? You've lost. Jesus made a spectacle of you. You're powerless compared to him. And number two, in moments when you don't know what to do, and it feels like everything is going crazy around you, praising God brings peace. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching the video. I hope that it encouraged you both in your Christmas decorations and how you'll be decorating for Christmas this year, but I also hope that it encourages anyone who is maybe going through something hard right now, like we are, to one, know that you're not doing it alone. You are 100% not alone. And then number two, to get comfort knowing that literally the only way that we can get through some of these hard times is to fall into the arms of Jesus. I'll see you next time.